up, y'all? Evan here, Family at Sea. And guys, right behind me here is the brand new Celebration Key, the private resort paradise from Carnival. And I'm excited to share with you today. You can see here today, I'm here on the Carnival Celebration. Right on the other side of that is the Carnival Conquest. So there's two ships here, and I was worried, two ships, there's only supposed to be one. Is that gonna make it super busy? Fortunately, no, it's still been amazing. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've explored the island a little bit, but a good portion of this I will be seeing for the very first time just alongside you guys. So some of you, that may be exciting, others might be like, Evan, you don't even know where you're going. And you know what? You wouldn't be wrong. I just want to let you guys know what to expect. So you can see here, this is, you pass through that sort of signature archway here. You're going to see here, you've got a guest services and shore excursions desk. This will show you, you know, this where you can come get anything you may need. You can see here, if you want to leave Celebration Key and go to other areas, it's got different rates for taxis, so you know exactly what to expect. And just like on the ship, if you need something, customer service wise, whatever, this is what you're gonna get. You can see there, the Carnival Conquest, that's the other ship that's here with us today. And then we mentioned signature areas. This Sandcastle here is really the signature of the entire paradise here. That is where the water slides are. You can see it's got a covered area that you go under. And so we're gonna go under there in just a moment. I'm gonna show you here, before we make our way there, what's here. So you can see you got a little ice cream shop there, the Yum Shine. This is Paradise Plaza. And besides guest excursion or guest services and cruise excursions, you've also got a band here that's been playing off and on through the day. They're taking a break for the moment, but probably not for long. And then you can see the back side of that archway there. Got some pretty fountains here, and you'll see as we walk our way around, there's a lot of these golf cart shuttles, right? So basically, you can get one of those shuttles that take you around the island to the ships. It's only about a 5-minute walk down the pier from the ship over here, but if you'd rather not walk, you have that option. But right here, as you get here, there's one of these on both sides of this sort of semicircle cul-de-sac, and here it's just a map of the island, so you can see exactly what's here. Over there, you got people waiting to hop in those trams. We made the walk. See there in the distance, you got some restrooms out there. But now we're gonna make our way straight ahead, this Celebration Key Sandcastle. And guys, it's a really, really neat area. So one of the big questions I had, that I suspect some of you, if you've cruised on other cruise lines, you may be wondering, you know, how does Celebration Key compare to, say, Royal Caribbean's Coco Cay? Well, a couple of thoughts on that. One, it's not as big as what you see at Coco Cay. There's not as much variety of things to do, but on the flip side of that, it's been, I would say, less chaotic in some ways than what I've seen at Coco Cay. Like, they've had a really manageable crowd. Like, look, now we're getting toward the tail end of the afternoon. It's about 3 in the afternoon, but look, the entire day we've been here, it's been like this, right? Like, there's people, but it's not a lot of people. That's the family side. This is the adults only side. And you can see, we were worried, okay, we're on the family side. Are there gonna be tons of kids? At least for today, it has honestly not been bad at all. In fact, it's been very manageable. You know, not everybody has good taste here, you know, like, can we say, let's go Bills?
Let's go Bills?
Yeah. He just said it, y'all.
See, I saw the WVU, so I'm kind of like, maybe close, you know.
Well, just for the record, guys, we just beat Pitt last week, so.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. I was happy about that.
Oh, you're a West Virginia guy.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, I can like you then.
I live in West Virginia, so.
I thought you were a Pitt guy, so.
No.
You're just Steelers guy.
No.
Okay.
Steelers guy, yeah.
Okay, well, this guy's okay then.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a go, man. All right, so all sorts of awesome people. So you can see here, the reality is it's smaller, but honestly, at least today, it's been less crowded than what we see at Coco Cay, right? When you get the icon of the season, the star of the season, the world's 2 largest cruise ships rolling up there, you've got 15,000 people plus crew members there, and it can feel like a lot. Today, with our ship plus the Conquest, you got about half that, about 8,000 people, maybe 7,000, I don't know exact numbers. But so it is actually less people than we see Coco Cay. Now, it is smaller than Coco Cay, but for the most part, less chaotic. So you can see here, we're on the back side of the Sandcastle now, and you can see over here, this is like a market area. We got some different shops. I'll take you guys through these just for a moment here, just to give you a feel for what kind of shops do they have here. So, hello. Get a feel for some of the different items you can find in these shops here. It's a typical beach sort of Caribbean gift shops, right? Like, you know, And then some of these other shops are going, they're the same brands. You'll see it pretty much every Caribbean port up and down, east, west, north, south, throughout. But, you know, this is the island treasure here, gifts and souvenirs. So you can see here, you get some Celebration Key hoodies. But if you want yourself a t-shirt to remember the trip by, you got kind of a cool pink flamingo sticking its head up from below the water there. That's neat. Absolutely the most crowded I've been the whole time. The good news is we made it out. And I really think that's because the Conquest is about to leave. So people on the Conquest, before they get back on the ship, they want to take a look. And so that's what they're doing. So I'm going to take a brief look in some of these other stores, just to give you guys a quick look. I know a lot of you're not really watching this video, just see a bunch of vendor booths. But I'm just showing it to you as I walk through it, right? So right beyond the Sandcastle, that's what's here, right? It's a bunch of these gift shops. All right, so you can see here, this is the Lacono Cove. And then Effie Jewelry. You can't get away from the Caribbean without seeing Effie Jewelry. All right, so more interesting stuff to see. You've got the Sandcastle slides here. And so if you're a kid or a kid at heart like me, this is where you're gonna line up to go up to these slides here at the Sandcastle. They've only got 2 slides here, but they look like good ones. I'm gonna hopefully have time to do these before we leave. Let me ask real quick. Sir, what time do these close today?
Slides?
Yeah.
It's still open.
I know, what time do they close?
Roughly.
So like, we gotta be back on the ship at 6:30. So if we come at like 6, is that too late? No. If the ship is here, we're okay.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
When they start calling you, then you gotta go.
Got it, thank you. All right, so we're gonna be some of the last people on the slides today, which is fine with me. But you see here, these slides wrapping in and around this Sandcastle structure here. And then on the far side of this, you've got the Sunshine Swings Bar and Hangout. And this is definitely a cool spot to be. You know, we've all got different things we like to do when you come to an area like this, right? On the other side of this, you got the Sandcastle Grounds Coffee. If you want a coffee, this is your spot here. It's gonna cause a copyright issue. I might have to mute some of that out, but you can see different coffee options, different food options they have here. Hello. But more interesting than the coffee, at least for me, is the Sunshine and Swings. So you can see here, this is a nice big bar area here right on the pool. And the seats are swings. That is really, really cool. So this is the adults only side of the pools. But I'll be honest, at least today, there weren't a ton of kids on our side. But as we look around here, we shouldn't see any kids. We're gonna see. So I'm trying to get slow sweeping shots so you guys can actually see what's here. But you see, these pools, look how far out they go. These pools are absolutely massive. Like, truly incredibly massive. This bar here is huge, fully stocked, ready to go. This is my kind of bar here. So you got one side of the pool side, one side over here. If y'all want to get your feet wet, that you can go to. And then you've got all sorts of chairs and whatnot here on the other side of this. But we're gonna go back over here and finish where we started. Making our way through the gift shop area, past the Sandcastle here, and then working our way out. So as you pass through this Lacono Cove area, the market, whatever you want to call it, you can see straight ahead, there's a map. And then I'm honestly, while I'm walking around showing you guys, I'm going to be looking at the map on my phone to figure out what exactly is straight ahead. So as I explained to you guys, I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time, the same as you guys. So, oh goodness, I lost the map, y'all. All right, so you can see there's a map straight ahead here. And if you plan to leave Celebration Key, because unlike Coco Cay and a lot of the others, this is not actually an island. It's on an island, but this is just a carved out area of Grand Bahama Island where you can find Freeport and everything else that's here on Grand Bahama. But so if you're planning to leave and do something else, because there is a lot more here besides just this resort, that's where you're gonna exit right there. Taxi or shuttle, bus, whatever, can pick you up. You can see there the taxi stands So honestly, it's cool that like if you don't want to just hang out at the resort area, you have those options here. I actually like that. But if you want like a private island, this is not for you perhaps. Or you may not like it as much. It might still be for you. See here is one of the trolley stands, whatever, where you can stand and wait for somebody to pick you up, maybe take you back to the ship or other areas. And you can see here, this is Calypso Lagoon. Now, when this resort first launched, Calypso Lagoon was supposed to be the adults only area. And it's still mostly adults, still more adult. But to call it fully adults only is a bit of a misnomer because instead of it being 18 plus now it is 13 plus. You got the snack shack here. You can get yourself a snack, get yourself some drinks. Just sit down, relax, hang out for a little bit. You can see the sunshine swings over there in the distance, the Sandcastle, so you guys kind of have a perspective on what all's here. You see there's signage like this all over the place, the tram stop, the restroom, Starfish Lagoon, but this is the Calypso Lagoon North, and if you've got yourself a cabana, what you're gonna do, there's, I believe, 8 of these cabana concierges. They're gonna tell you, hey, you're gonna check in, you need a wristband like I've got right here, and they're gonna tell you which cabana is yours. Like I said, I believe there's 8 of them. Ours is number 8, but this is a private area here with a number of different cabanas here. The cabanas are all roughly the same. They've got some chairs, some storage, some drinks, some curtains that you can pull closed for some privacy, or just stay out of the storm if it is raining. But you can see, got some sodas over there on the table. Hello, how you doing? But you can see these pools are massive and they just keep going and going and going. It is truly impressive, the scale of all of this. These cabanas all have like these beach chairs out here. You can just hang out right at the water. Super comfortable. Honestly, it is a fantastic way to spend an afternoon. Now, I will say, in my opinion, I think these cabanas are priced a bit higher than what the market will bear, which means if they are, we should see the prices come down. Today, these cabanas were $800 each. The super villas, the even bigger cabanas, were $2,000. And when you compare those to like the cabanas we've gotten on Coco Cay, whatever you want to call it, with Royal Caribbean, they're like the same price what they charge, but your drink package doesn't transfer here. Lunch is not included. Lunch is included if you go to one of the restaurants or like food halls, but lunch is not included at the cabana. If you want your server, host, whatever, to bring you lunch, well, they can do that for a price, but Royal Caribbean, that's included. So the fact that it's more expensive here than Coco Cay and you get less, I don't know. I think what they're gonna find out is they're charging too much. I think we're gonna see over the coming months prices come down here. I could definitely be wrong about that. But by the time you're watching this video, the prices I'm sharing with you guys might be lower. I kind of suspect they will be. I certainly hope they will be. We're gonna see. Am I right about that? Time will tell. You can tell me in the comments if I sound like a fool because prices went up or if they actually came down. But you can see here, they've got these pool areas, and look, there's what, 8 people out there? And it's not just because it's later in the day, like it's been like this pretty much all day. And honestly, if it stays like this, I would say this is a good spot. We've enjoyed the fact that it's been quieter. Now, you know, the regular pool chairs, of course, those filled up. That's to be expected. There's some beach areas that we'll look at later that definitely filled up as we walk in here. We were the later ship to get here today, which means we get to stay later, but it also means a lot of those spots are already taken today. But, I mean, look at this here. Yes, it's 3 in the afternoon. Yes, one of the 2 ships leaves in a little over an hour, but there's hardly anybody here. Now, I will say, they're going to have 4 different ships here at one point, which is probably going to change it quite a bit. For now, there's only 2 ships here, and 2, it seems like it's a big enough area for 2. But is this a big enough area to accommodate 4 ships? I don't know. We're gonna find out. But I will definitely say, for what we've seen so far, 2 ships, if you're worried about, there's a second ship, is it gonna be crowded? At least for today, it wasn't really bad at all. In fact, I would say it was not crowded. It was actually, honestly, very relaxing. I've been to pretty much every private island there is, private resort, whatever. It was not bad. I will be very quick to tell you that I think they've done a very good job of building a resort area that can accommodate the number of people that are here, and I have not been disappointed with it at all. But you can see here, this is, I believe, Cabana Area 2. Like I said, I believe there's 8 of these, so. But if you want to not have to even worry about fighting with people, if you just want to know you've got an area that's reserved for you, the cabanas are a really nice way to do that, right? We're on the other side of the resort, and it's been even quieter over there. So at least here in September, when there's less kids on board, the family areas have been quite nice. All right, so come back over here. You can see over here, this is the Surf and Sauce Barbecue and Brews. This is one of many places you can eat. Now you can see here, got some really good food options. It smells, you guys can't tell, but it smells amazing. But look at those prices. This is not a all-inclusive. If what you're thinking or expecting is an all-inclusive, you're gonna be disappointed. Well, you can probably spend several $100s here without blinking an eye. The fact that our $800 cabana didn't come with lunch, shocking. Surprising, disappointing, but it is a beautiful area. You can see there are people, yes, right? Like this is not, I'm not gonna say that like there's nobody here. There's very clearly thousands of people here, but it's very manageable, very reasonable. You can see here, this is the Calypso Lagoon food trucks. They're not really trucks, they're more like trailers or sheds or shacks or whatever, but plenty of different food options here. See, this is the island options. These ones here on the left, you can get 4 chicken wings included. 4 chicken wings. That's a little bit insulting, right? 4 chicken wings, that's a little bit crazy. But if you don't want to pay any extra, that's what you can get. You can see these ones on the left, where it says Island Eats, that means those food options are included. The ones on the right, Island Eats there, it says right there, Island Eats, redeem here. If it's Island Eats, it's included. If it's not Island Eats, you're gonna pay extra for it. A little bit crazy that you got to spend extra to eat on their private island, but hey, this is a private business. They've got profit as a motive, and if people pay it, then why wouldn't they charge more, right? Carnival's primary motivation is seeing how much profit they can extract from people without driving them away. And so I will say, again, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I have found that there is more value to be created by taking that value first proposition than there is by creating a profit first proposition. This is an exclusive area. Adults only. This is the actual single all-inclusive area they have. I'm not gonna be able to go in there. I forgot. I was about to walk in like I knew what I was doing, but I forgot. I don't have a pass here to Pro Cove. Oops. But you can see this is the adults only all-inclusive area. You have to find footage for that somewhere else because I can't get in there. But we're making our way through Calypso Lagoon. You got the ship here just to my right. I'm gonna show you guys what's over here. And this is really the left side of the island. We're gonna make our way back there. But first I'm gonna go just over here so I can show you what's here without missing anything. So we've got some beach areas over here that if you wanna go to the beach, floats here, some life jackets. So you can get a photo op here at the Celebration Key, swings. And if you'd rather be out in the ocean instead of a pool, there's opportunities for you to do that here as well. Now, I would argue and say, is this the nicest beach? Nah, this is not. In fact, I would much rather be in one of those pools. There are most definitely beaches that are absolutely incredible here in the Caribbean, even here in the Bahamas. Bimini Beach, Virgin Voyages, private resort on Bimini. Absolutely incredible. The water, absolutely amazing. But is this it? I would say no, probably not. But I'm gonna stop here and get some footage, share it with you guys. So if you do wanna go to the beach, you can see over here, I'll show you guys in just a moment. You got some cabanas over here, but look at those skies, guys. It has been dark and overcast the entire day, but we actually got really lucky because it has not rained all that much at all. So I am grateful for that. All right, so we're gonna walk over here, show you more they have over here in this beach area, and then we'll make our way back to the lagoons, which aren't really lagoons, they're just big swimming pools, but they're pretty cool. Cross over this rope. See plenty of beach chairs over here. You got some more of these cabanas up here. So if you want a cabana at the beach, you've got options. If you want a cabana at the pools, you've got even more options, but there's options for both. So the beach goes on here. We're now, I think I maybe just backdoored my way into the Pearl Cove area. Didn't really intentionally do that, but just looking around, I think I'm in Pearl Cove now. Don't judge me, guys. I'm just doing a tour. I'm not here to take part in any of the amenities. It's one of those big villas here. See here, they got some nice infinity pools. It is without a doubt. It's a nice area, right? I don't think this is markedly different than what you find at Coquet or Bimini Beach or any of the other islands, but it's certainly a nice option for some. See here, you got a lifeguard stand here. You got a good size infinity pool that stretches across the area. Plenty of loungers. You can see that swim up bar out there. So for what you're looking for is an all-inclusive way to get away from the crowds, you do have an option for that. Now, as I said, I would argue that it should be included with your cruise fare anyways, but this is it. So this is Pearl Cove. Not gonna lie. It's kind of funny that wouldn't let me in the front door, but in the back door, they don't care. So I'm just gonna make my way around here. At this point, most people are gonna be heading back to the Congressman House. I'm guessing most of these people, probably all of them, are on the Celebration, our ship. Got a nice bar over there. Swimming bars are always nice as long as you don't think about the fact that, the person's been drinking for the last 6 hours, they never had to go to the bathroom. Well, no. That may not be entirely the case. I mean, look, it is a nice area. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it is nice, and the crew's all been very friendly. Now let's head back to the other areas we've seen, what there is to see out here. And you got one of these beach bar huts over here. I will say they've made sure that there's plenty of options to grab a drink. Again though, when there's 4 ships here, I don't know, it might be a bit much, but at least right now, it's not bad. Now I will say, I think 2028, but there's a class of ships that's gonna have over 8,000 people. If you've got 2 of those here, plus 2 Excel, if you got 20,000 plus people here, is it gonna be big enough? I don't know. You can see here, it is a beautiful area, right? And look, here's the reality. When all of us travel, we all are looking for different things, right? Some of us want the relaxation of the beach. Others are about to be right on an amazing pool. Some of you just want a spot at a swim-up bar or a swing bar or whatever it is. But there's options for all of you, and that's the beauty of, a big resort like this, right? Like no matter what you're looking for, they're gonna have something to offer you. And so I do appreciate that. It is what it is, right? Like, see that Pearl Cove welcomes you. Looks like I'm gonna walk straight through here. So I'm gonna walk straight through here, try to walk out across to the Calypso Lagoon area again so I can finish our tour over at the Starfish Lagoon, which is the family area where we are. Is this the way the path is intended to work? I'm gonna go with no. Is it gonna work for me? I'm gonna go with yes, it is. So just crossing the road here. Don't judge me, guys. Come on, I'm just trying to give you guys a tour. All right, there's a photo up there. That's where I originally took the detour. So really now we're just getting back to where I already was. See here, Cabana Concierge number 3. Gives you kind of a feel for how far around things we are. As we make our way back here, we're gonna see that we're gonna end up back at the archway at the original entrance to the resort, the Sandcastle, right? So we're making our way through here pretty quickly. So you can see here, Calypso Lagoon. You can see that sign there in the distance, 13 plus. Used to be 18 plus. That didn't last very long. I'll take you up here real quick because there's a bar and eating area right here. Show this to you guys. Hello.
All right.
From this angle, I don't know that I can tell you what the name of this place is yet. Guys, I would not be surprised if in a few seconds you saw me take a plunge. We're gonna find out. See more of those cabanas over there. Most of us is probably our first time here. A handful of people maybe been here before, but for the vast majority of us, it's probably it. That cabana there in the end, that is the super villa. That was what we had booked initially before we changed on small ones. Those are $2,000. I think that's overpriced, in my opinion. Now I will say the water. Yeah.
You got a card?
Actually, I think I do. I got family at sea.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. All right, even the lifeguards care. That's cool. So we're getting back to the Sandcastle here. We're gonna make our way over to the Starfish Lagoon. See the more family-focused side of things. It's gonna be very similar. You know, it's really two sides of the same thing, but we're gonna make our way over there and show you guys that. So this is the Starfish Lagoon side of things. You can see this is the splash pad for the littles. You can see the little girl out there with their floaties on. You can see the girl walking there across. That shows you how shallow the water is. 1 feet deep, 2 feet deep. This is a shallow area, shallow pool, very small pool. So it's got something for everybody. See some cabanas out there in the distance. I'll be honest, you're gonna get to a cabana. I feel like all the way out there, I guess the draw of those cabanas is that you can kind of see the pools and kind of see the ocean. But yeah, it's a nice spot to sit, but I don't know what those cabanas cost, but I'm guessing those got to be a lot less than the ones that we have. Because if I paid $800 to be 30 feet from anything, 30 feet's not 100 feet, a football field, whatever it is, I would be disappointed. So I'm guessing those must be quite a bit cheaper. But as far as the physical structure, amenities included, they look more or less the same as the cabana that we have, just a less prime location. Here's one of the day beds. That's another option. It's not a full cabana, but it's a less expensive option. But you can see here, this is the side that obviously kids are allowed on. But even out here, yes, kids are allowed. But it's not a ton of kids, right? It hasn't been overwhelming at all. I'll be honest, my kids don't like to be around thousands of kids. So this has been perfect for us. I've been extremely impressed at just how quiet and serene it has been here today. I'm without a doubt confident that if I was here not in the middle of September when school's in session, but I was instead here in July, it's probably far different. There would probably be kids everywhere. But here in the middle of September, this is about as good as it gets. So we're coming up here on the food hall. This is one of the main island eats areas that's included with things. So if you want to get food and you don't want to pay extra for it, is the food going to be as good? No, because it's included. But you've got some options. And so there are options to keep it. It's not all inclusive because everything's not included. But as I said earlier, somewhat inclusive. This is one of the somewhat inclusive areas. Cheeseburgers, hot dogs, basic grill items, pizzas here. Got a nice bar here. So there's the Starfish Lagoon food hall there, y'all. And you can see, even here in the family-friendly area, you've got another one of these swim-up bars here to down here. What's up, brother? Yeah. That's right. What is it?
Welcome to Paradise.
Paradise. That's right. That's right. I will say the crew, Bahamian people are just beautiful people. They're really, really incredible people. Look around here. See there, that is the Shoalmates, not the Soulmates, the Shoalmates Island Bar. That is a clever name for another one of these bars out here. See more of these cabanas out there in the distance. I forget what those cabanas cost, but they're definitely less expensive than the ones like we have, and they're way less than the super villas. So I'm gonna walk up here to the Shoalmates Island Bar, but I'm gonna take a closer look at one of these Aquabanas. I don't know, guys, what do you think? You think I can get away with like walking on one for 2 seconds? I'm gonna go for it. Worst they're gonna do is tell me to get off, and I'd be getting off in the second anyways. But you can see here, how stable are they? They're actually not bad. Look at this, y'all. I'm standing fine. This is actually pretty cool. So I will say, these are much cooler than I thought they would be. You see, they got areas for your drinks here. You can keep your feet right there in the water. Honestly, guys, not as relaxing as the cabanas like you see over there. I will say that. But also, these are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. If you've got people that just wanna hang out and party, this is probably amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do this sometime. When we come back and I'm making content for you guys, it's more like day in the life versus like, here's a tour sort of footage. I will probably get one of these because this is honestly pretty cool. See one of these island bars here. What's up, man? What's up? Come see me right here. What's this? This is Shoalmates, right?
This is the Aquabana bar.
Yeah. This is good. We got one of those cabanas, but next time I'm here, I think I'm gonna get one of those. Those look fun.
Yeah, they're nice, man.
See over here, little lagoon area that goes in here, a total of 3 people right there. So you can see here, we're getting to where here, our cabanas are right over here. I'm gonna take you guys there. We'll finish up there. But for now, finish what's on the perimeter here before we head out there. So this is Gill's Grill, seafood and more. I'm gonna show you guys here the menu of this here in just a second. This is kind of like that seafood option. What's up? Well, this is Mia. She's our cabana server. She's been awesome. Thank you, Mia. Is my family still over there? Yeah. Like the barbecue area, right? You can get better food here for sure, but you're gonna pay for it. Now the interesting thing here is they've got some inner tubes. Where do you use the inner tubes? Oh, you can get them right there. I guess you can rent those for the pool. Literally, walk around the cabana we got at Ocean Key. Still I think it was like $1,800, something like that. But we tipped the guy well. It came with the drink package, it came with lunch, it came with all these things that here, every single one of those things I just mentioned are either gonna cost you extra or they didn't have them, right? There is no bathroom or shower at our cabana. Food's gonna cost you extra if you want it at your cabana. Drinks cost you extra. It is, I don't know guys, I'm not impressed by that. That part to me, in my opinion, is cheap, and I think Carnival should do better. Is Carnival ever gonna watch this video? About 100% chance the answer is no. Got a bathhouse there. Hello. They're probably not gonna watch it, and that's okay. But if Christine Duffy or somebody from Carnival happens to be watching, just know, look guys, I literally cruise all the time. I do this for a living, right? I'm very blessed that I get to do this. Been to all the different private islands, done all the things. Get over yourselves. Get back to being a company that produces value for your guests, and the profit will follow. But this model of we're gonna extract every single penny we can from every single one of our guests at all times, and they're just gonna keep coming back, well, I think that is a short-term, narrow-sighted, just not a good approach to business. I think you can do better. I think you should do better. And I hope eventually you will do better. We already saw you step back your loyalty terms. Diamonds are gonna stay diamonds because you realize, hey, we're gonna lose more than we would gain. Well, I think there's a lot that goes with that. All right, so guys, look, here we're back to the Cove, I believe it's called. We're got the market area, all the shops and whatnot. And so that's it. At this point, you've now seen everything. I've ranted some, I've rambled lots, but you've also seen everything that is here. And it's a lot. This is a really nice area. So while I think maybe, possibly, Carnival needs to get it together, I think in spite of the nickel and diming, I do think it is a nice area. I think they've created something that people will appreciate. I think they'll want to be here. I think this is one of those ports where you actually get off the ship and enjoy the port versus just staying on the ship. I think they've done those things. I think the fact that what you don't even see here is the fact that this is part of Grand Bahama. So if you don't want to stay here, if you want to go do something that's more out in nature or something like that, you've still got Freeport and all the other areas. And so here you can see Cabana Concierge number 8. This is us here making our way back to our cabana. You can see up here Starfish Lagoon Peninsula. We're at Cabana number 32, SN32. Starfish is the S, Lagoon, maybe the last letter N. Finish up here back at our home base. You can see these ladies here practicing their leg aerobics. They're just, what are they doing, guys? I don't know. They don't know I'm behind them. What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they working out one leg really hard? Nobody knows. But this is our cabana, guys. Some comfortable seats, gorgeous view. I've seen it all. Hopefully I've done a good job of sharing some of that with you guys. Celebration Key is beautiful, I'll say. There are people that do what I do that say horrible things about Celebration Key. It's terrible, the bees are everywhere, there's people, yada, yada, yada. You've seen what I saw today. I didn't see a single bee. That doesn't mean they're not there. We're intruding on their space. Crowds? It was manageable. I think this is a really nice area, so is it perfect? No. Have I found this place like this that is perfect? Also, no. But is it somewhere that you can have an absolutely great time and make some incredible memories with your loved ones? 1000% yes. So Celebration Key is here. And now it's time for me to make some memories. Anyways, Celebration Key, this is a great place. If you're looking for a place where you can make some memories, where you can relax, where you can just enjoy being one with paradise, this might be the place for you. Till next time, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been really fun. And now it is really over. Ta-ta for now.